Today's Sunshine Note is titled, The Rebel Who Forgot His Cause. He replied, out of the eater something to eat, out of the strong something sweet. For 3 days they could not give the answer. Judges 14:14. He was a rebel. He liked to date women his parents didn't approve of, and he had a temper that flared up when people tried to push him around. Despite his parents' best efforts to hook him up with a nice local girl, he went off and found a foreign girl, who not only didn't share his culture or his religious heritage. Obviously, this didn't put him on a good footing with his family or hers, but nobody wanted to tell him so. His wedding day was full of awkward moments, and to lighten it up a bit, he challenged his guests to a riddle. If they could tell him the answer in 7 days, he'd give each one a brand new set of clothes. The offer was so enticing that they pressured his bride to find out the answer, going so far as threatening to kill her if she didn't. So when the guests came to him a week later with the right answer, he knew exactly where it had come from. In a rage, he went out and single-handedly killed enough of his wife's countrymen to cover the clothing and clothes he'd lost, knowing that this would be the start of something that wouldn't end well. And in short order, what started as a squabble about a riddle became an all-out war, one man versus an entire country. To say the guy was physically strong is a vast understatement, and his amazing powers could have been given only by God. At various times, whole armies were sent to capture him, but he fought them off, sometimes with stones, once with the fresh jawbone of a donkey. One night, when they tried to lock him in, he just picked up the city gates and carried them away. It seemed there was no way to stop him. When they finally did, it was because a girlfriend named Delilah was able to discover the one secret that would remove this amazing strength. I have always read Samson's story as that of a real person who struggles with who he was and who he was supposed to be. Sent by God to be a judge over his people, he couldn't quite stick to the job assignment. Yet, God never gave up on Samson. In the final moments of his life, God renewed Samson's strength so that he pulled down a pagan temple around his enemies. That shows me that God is willing to work with each of us no matter how far we fall away. So take a lesson from Samson and turn to him while you're young instead of at your life's end. May God bless you today.